Hello and hey, today we're going to be talking about something that I think we all experience at some point within esports or sports in general, which is pre-match anxiety and how to deal with it effectively to overcome and thrive in a game, and also mentally change our game mentality to make us feel more comfortable and confident, and to really kind of get to it. So the first kind of setting is the first kind of point is about comfort. So if you feel comfortable, you're going to play better, right? So the first tip is comforting yourself, right? So this is when you're calm and on the right mindset to play. In a way, it's your pre-game and in-game rituals that make you feel more comfortable to play. And for me, my list goes on and on of things I do to make myself feel more comfortable and alert. Things like sitting a certain way. For me, I like to have my leg tucked into my right knee. That just makes me feel like in the right position to play. It's weird, but it's what works for me. And if I'm not in that way, I mean, sometimes I sit a different way, right? But most of the time I sit in that way because it makes me feel most alert and comfortable. Other methods of mine is to always, and I don't condone the use of drugs in any way, but I always have my snus, snuff or vape ready at arm's distance away, so I can just quickly get my fix of nicotine without having to move and like reset my whole kind of thoughts and everything. This helps me focus and keep my head in the game, you know. So if you do smoke, having snus is a really good way. A lot of pro players use snus. It's kind of like a Scandinavian thing, but I actually use nicotine pouches, so I don't actually use tobacco. I don't want to put tobacco in my gum. I think for me that's just wrong. But a lot of people do. So I use my nicotine pouches. I absolutely love them. It helps me feel more confident and focused. And also vaping. Don't always use this one because, of course, in a venue, you know, I can't smoke inside, so I don't always use vaping. But snuff is another great one that gives me a nice big kick of nicotine that helps me kind of stay focused, right? So other things I do before is I pretty much always drink something with caffeine. I find Monster Energy to be nice and refreshing because it's like fizzy in that, but I find I crash really quickly on Monster. So if I'm like playing early, I don't drink them, and much prefer like knocking back some kind of sneak or something that's like more water, you know, like make myself feel alive and hyped for my match, right? So I definitely drink something that makes me feel more alert and like and ready for the day, you know. So the next category, I guess, is like visualization. So I find before a match, even in the warm-up of a match, is like visualizing something that makes me really, really happy to play CS, or any game that you're playing. Maybe it's like Splitgate, or maybe it's fucking League of Legends, whatever, right? You imagine like something that makes you really, really happy and makes you want to play, right? So be that for me, imagining my friends are right next to me in the booth. I like imagining like my teammates, if I'm playing in a team, that they're right next to me and I can like fist bump them and, you know, get into the right mindset and we're all kind of in the game together. So imagining them right next to me is a big one for me. Also a huge one is imagining my family or my close friends cheering me on. Even reliving past plays that went well is a huge one for me. So like I'll remember like, oh, I played this map, I played Inferno and I did this really well and I did this really well and I loved my position here, so I'm gonna do this again. Or you know, you kind of think about something that's like, yeah, I can really do it, I can, you know, I'm good at this. You know, reliving past plays that really went well, that's a huge one as well. All of these help me to kind of get into the right mindset and hype me up to instill like truth to my nerves that I have played great before, so I can play better today, you know? So it's stuff like that, you know, imagine your old plays, imagine what you're gonna do today maybe, okay? So when we talk, say this next setting is goal setting and focusing on your own game. So I see a lot of players like they worry about like the other team, or they worry about fucking even their own team, or they worry about people being rude or whatever, blah 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 blah. Don't worry about that shit. Worry about your game. Focus on you. What can you do better? What can you improve on? What are you doing well? Focus on your own shit, you know. Don't worry about everything else. Just play your own game. Play the best you can. So when we talk about goal setting, especially within the context of pre-game anxiety, I cannot stress enough that you only want to focus on your own ability. Don't worry about the other team. Sometimes you're solo queuing. Don't even worry about what your teammates have to say. Focus on you, and play your best shit. Give it your all every single fucking round, and try to stay in the game by thinking tactically about what's happening every round. So for example, if you're holding banana on Inferno and they rushed first round off a pistol, and you got caught off guard on the aggressive peak trying to hold sandbag, and you got caught off guard on the aggressive peak, try holding sandbags the next round to catch them off guard in the next round. Always make a plan of what you're going to do in the next round differently to receive a better outcome. At higher ranks, your opponents are going to see you try something one round and they will expect it the next. So always have a game plan of what you can do differently and what you can do that's least predictable as possible. So you're always kind of catching them off guard, or you're achieving something that you want to achieve. So if you're playing like Bomb, for example, you think, okay, they shot me really easily, or through this plant, or whatever it is. Think what you're going to do that round differently to make so if they're like pushing apps every single fucking round, hold that angle, you know, wait for them to push and fucking kill them. Do you know what I mean? So cognitive, the next setting is cognitive reconstructing, and this is kind of the whole kind of picture in itself. It's getting there. So it goes without saying, if you apply these methods, your brain gets more used to a healthier and more confident way of thinking. So it's like muscle memory, right? The more you apply the good constructive methods of dealing with your anxiety, be it taking the deep breath before the match, or to collect and clear your head, or anything that makes you feel better to play, you start to build a solid foundation on where you feel far more confident within yourself. So you know, just practice being the best. Practice being the best you can be. And this kind of goes into the whole scheme, which is developing your self-confidence, and that's just it really. All of these tips lead to a similar goal, which is to benefit your self-confidence. I'm sure you have your own methods, and that's just the best thing about this, right? You write your own story with a positive thinking and positive actions, right? So you can really feel that you can take on the world. And I hope this video helped you guys. If it did, smash the like button. That would fucking mean the world to me. If you really like this video, or you like any of the videos that I've put out, hit the subscribe button, because of course there's going to be more shit like this, man. There's going to be way more stuff like this. So I'm very early into YouTube, but it's a lot of fun. So definitely subscribe, like, do whatever you like. Yeah, man, thank you, and I hope you have good luck, have fun, like every single game. You know what I mean? Just play your best shit, and I hope to see you on main stage one day. Ka-ching! I'll see you later, boys. Bye.